and the Stork. 1. A stork, who used to love his old father and mother, was responsible for getting food for them. He found a number of cranes which went in various ploughlands to pick up the seeds. He joined them. One day, while collecting seeds, they reached a ploughland where a farmer placed nets on his newly sown ploughlands and caught a number of cranes, which came to pick up the seeds. With them, the stork was trapped and had fractured his leg in the net. He was begging the farmer to spare his life. "Please forgive me, master," he said, "and let me go free at once. My broken limb is hurting too much and my parents are old. Besides, I am no crane, I am a stork, a sweet bird of excellent character. And see how much I love and arrange food for my father and mother. Look too at my feathers. They are so beautiful and not the least like those of a crane." The farmer, who was very angry at his losses, laughed aloud and said, "It may be all you say. I only know this. I have caught you with these robbers, the cranes, and you must die in their company." The moral of the story is, birds of a feather flock together.
The Donkey, the Fox and the Lion. In a jungle, the donkey and the fox together entered into an agreement for their mutual protection. They were threatened by a lion. Quite often, while they were hunting in the jungle, they agreed to help each other in the event of any danger. One day, the donkey and the forest went out into the forest to hunt. They were passing through the deep jungle and they met the lion. The fox, seeing sudden danger, thought of a way to save his life. The fox approached the lion and promised to help him capture the donkey if the lion agreed not to harm him. The lion agreed and promised not to harm the fox once he got the donkey captured. Then the fox went to the donkey and assured him that he had seen a cave nearby and they could hide in the cave to protect themselves from danger. The donkey was convinced that he would not be injured. The fox led him to the cave and arranged to close the cave's entrance with a big rock. The lion, seeing that the donkey was secured, immediately jumped on the fox and attacked the donkey at his leisure. The moral of the story is, never trust your enemy.
The Eagle and the Fox. Once, an eagle and a fox formed an intimate friendship while they used to go for a hunt together in the jungle. One day they decided to live near each other. The eagle built its nest in the branches of a tall tree, while the fox lived into the underwood. The two friends lived happily, helping each other. Over the time, the fox gave birth to its cubs. The eagle also laid eggs. One day, when the fox was out for finding food for its cubs, the eagle swooped down while the fox was out and seized upon one of the little cubs and feasted itself and its eaglets. The fox on its return discovered what had happened, but it was less grieved for the death of its cubs than for its inability to revenge them. The fox was waiting for the occasion to take revenge. After a few days, the eagle went on a hunt and reached over a village. It saw a goat being sacrificed by a few people. When they were cooking the flesh of the goat, the eagle suddenly seized a piece of the flesh and carried it, along with the burning coal, to its nest. A strong breeze soon fanned the spark into a flame, and the eaglets, as yet helpless, were roasted in their nest and dropped down dead at the bottom of the tree. There, in the sight of the eagle, the fox ate them up. The moral of the story is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The Boys and the Frogs. Once there was a pond near the playground in a village. The children used to play in the ground every day. In the rainy season, several frogs appeared in the pond. Frogs enjoyed rainy water in the pond, as it was full of water during those days. One day, some boys playing near the pond saw a number of frogs in the water. Boys were amused to see the frogs, and they wanted to hold the frogs in their hands. Some naughty boys began to throw stones in the water and enjoyed seeing the frogs jumping while the frogs were running to save themselves. This act was very harmful to the frogs, and several frogs were killed in this process. One of the frogs, lifting his head out of the water, cried out, "Pray stop, my boys. What is sport to you is death to us. The moral of the story is, one man's pleasure may be another's pain. Hercules and the Farmer. A farmer was driving a heavy carriage along a very muddy way after a rainfall. It was getting more and more difficult to pull the load for the horses. He reached a part of the road where the wheels sank halfway into the mud. And the more the horses pulled, the deeper sank the wheels. So the farmer threw down his whip and knelt down and prayed to Hercules the Strong. "Oh, Hercules, help me in this hour of distress," he said. But Hercules appeared and said to him, "I will not help you unless you make some effort to help yourself. Get up and put your shoulder to the wheel." The farmer heeded the god's advice. He started trying to push the wheel and coaxed the carriage. The carriage moved very soon, and the farmer was happy to get out of the mud for his onward journey. The moral of the story is, the gods help them that help themselves.